Hey everybody, Leespeed here. Alright, so believe it or not, this part is being redone, I guess. This intro part. The live session I already did because, yeah, obviously I'm preparing for this to be uploaded whenever I post it, of course. But, you know, I did live narration like a couple days ago before this. And I had recently just put up a live session number 7, which took forever to upload for some reason. I don't know why. It literally like got up like later in the afternoon for me, which is kind of annoying because I usually try to pick times where, you know, everyone's around. But because my video didn't get up till later, I don't even know if everyone saw it. So yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again, because that's kind of an annoyance, because it kind of sucks. Because not everyone could see the videos you posted when that happens, I guess. But I don't know. But yeah, as far as like why I'm redoing this part is just because, well, I went through the T thing. I literally just zip. I just sped right through it, not giving a damn. When I'm just like, you know what, I should at least say some things, you know what I mean? But to be honest, there isn't all that much to say. I mean, we all know how OU works, and, you know, despite how, you know, everyone kind of, you know, hates OU and stuff like that, it's I don't know. It can be boring, of course, but at the same time, it can be exciting too. It just, well, for me, the session I did was exciting just because, well, for one, it wasn't UU beta for once. I've been doing that a lot, and I've been having mixed feelings on it every time I play it. And there's just like a lot of shit to deal with. Here, it's more or less, you know what's there, and you can mix it up if you want to. And of course, I don't recommend overdoing it because, well, you want to have at least, you want good synergy in some aspects. I mean, this team has trouble with a couple of particular mods, but I haven't run into them that much. So yeah, it's just, I guess you could call them minor annoyances. And there's obvious threats like Genesect. Genesect just says, yeah, I just shit on your life, and that's basically what happens. So, well, it doesn't happen in this narration, spoilers, but simply put, I'm acknowledging the faults it already has. I'm acknowledging that the team has flaws, and obviously using stuff like Rhyperior, Glade, and Meloetta, these are not like things you'd use probably, but maybe you do. Maybe you use some weird shit like this, but I also keep in mind some basics, you know, strategies, I guess, like obviously Rotom being the physically defensive Volt switching Chesto set or whatever. You know, just I think that explains itself. Same with this. I'm not running Mega Scizor because I don't know if that would work here. Although that's something I would have to try out myself at some point just to see if it works out or not. And then, yeah, your basic Bolt term, but hey, the rest is kind of like personal preferences. And I mean, all these, it's not just because, oh, it's the best strategy ever, because there's probably better strategies, but Volturn is definitely a really good one. And I'm just having to be mixing a couple other things with that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not too much to say. The Sylveon's my cleric, and Wish Passer having more HP is nice, and I guess that's kind of what made her more used than Florges was. So, and having a better special move pool if you wanted to go offensive. So there's that. Then Rhyperior for Stealth Rock. I feel like he was like I don't know. I always feel like he's like one of probably the perfect candidates for my teams, just for the fact that he's very powerful physical tank. He has that ground type, which makes him immune to electric type moves, and including the ever so annoying Thunder Wave. So that's something you have to keep in mind, especially for stuff like Klefki. Yeah, Klefki, enough said. Same with Rotom. I guess they're both kind of there just to deal with Klefki in a way, as far as the T-Waving shenanigans, but, you know, it's freaking T-Wave shenanigans. Enough said. Then Glade's all-out attacking. Meloetta's the Perishment T-Wave Side Shock U-Turn set. This was the set I showcased in the last video for those who didn't see it. And she actually gets to do a lot more in this video just because, well, the teams catered more around it and stuff like that. I don't think I could really, I guess it shows that I can't really make a team around this that well. I mean, you have to do specific things, and I feel like this team cater to her perfectly. And I guess that's why I had so much fun with this, because it's a team that I wanted to try out, and I had a bit of theories behind, and I had a lot of fun with it too. I guess it's like, well, in a way, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! How you have decks or card options that you may have never considered before, that maybe people don't use, but you tried it out and you're like, hey, this works out all right. And you start playing it against other people and just to see how they work. And in a way, it's kind of like deck building. In this case, it's just team building stuff, even though they're kind of not really alike. But I guess the thought process is kind of the same in a way. You use what works, and you might be able to tech in some things, and that's what I was able to do. And you'll see exactly how this set works, and maybe she'll do more work in the future, but in this particular video, she is the highlight. So yeah, the spotlight's on her, and I guess Sylveon too. You'll see why, because Sylveon actually put in a lot of work. So yeah, everyone actually put in a bit of work, except Scizor, but you'll see why that is later in the narration, obviously. Well, in the live narration I already did. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this part, and yeah, you'll see the live narrations I did. So yeah, see you guys later and enjoy. Alright, battle number 1. Let's do this. Salamence. I gotta use them again sometime, because I'm sure you guys remember me using Salamence quite a few times, and Garchomp. In fact, I got a whole team around these two, but I never went around to it. So, leads. Rotom? Possibly. Rotom is my good lead too, so let's do it. I want to lead with this, because he's probably the best matchup against everything on his team, basically. And, you know, he leads with Talonflame. Heck, if I'd led with Rhyperior, it would have been like the perfect matchup, because Stealth Rock, he would have to switch and blah 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 blah. So I am gonna go right for the, he's gonna go for the U-turn. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. He has nothing to, well, he has no ground ties, so anything on his team will get hit by Volt Switch. This team's kind of weird in that, yeah, the team's kind of weird in that the team basically tries to, what am I trying to say? The team's kind of, actually, Trevenant could actually give me some trouble, but it's all right. What do I want to do? I guess Meloetta's my good switch into this thing, mainly because I do have Thunder Wave, and I don't know. Yeah, it has lefties, so, and T-Wave, T-Wave will be a decent stop to it. Well, not like a complete stop, but it's definitely, it'll annoy the heck out of this thing. And there's Leech Seed. I'm okay with that. Now, I'm going to go right for the Perish Song. So this thing has to switch out. And he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I am perfectly okay with that, because, yeah, Meloetta is still living on. So I'm going to go right for the U-turn here, in case he wants to switch. Then, you know, I'll get the switch initiative. And if he doesn't switch, I'll go into Sylveon and go for the Aromatherapy, just to get off the, basically to get off a Wish. Or actually, I'll go for Heal Bell here, actually. I'll go for Heal Bell, just so I can heal the status off my Meloetta. So basically, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go back into the Meloetta, because, I mean, Meloetta does have Psyshock, which will hit this thing's physical defense a bit better, so yeah, so we're going to go right for the T-Wave again. And yeah, basically, that's kind of the whole point of this set. Just annoy the hell out of your opponent. And basically, yeah, Psyshock's still going to do a lot of damage. Check it out. Check out that Parahax. I really don't know what I'm so happy about. I mean, it's T-Wave. It's Meloetta that annoying the shit out of things. And there's Klefki. Alright. I'm gonna expect T-Wave on this thing. Because, you know, Klefki's like to... I noticed they animated the sprite for this now. What the heck? Calm Mind. Ooh, that's different. Usually it's like the T-Waving... whatever the heck it is. And I'm gonna go for Burn, just to get as much damage as possible. Ooh! Nice, clean 48%. Not too shabby, my friend. Now, let's see what I wanted to go for. Actually, I should have went for T-Wave. T-Wave would have at least slowed this thing down, but I don't know. I wasn't sure what to freaking expect. So actually, I'm going to go in the Meloetta now, knowing that this thing is probably going to go for... Yeah, and it can't do all that much damage to my Meloetta. In fact, I'm going to go for Perishment. Perishment is basically how I deal with this thing, because if it wants to stay in, then it's going to die in 3 turns unless he switches out. Basically, that's what's gonna end up happening. So I'm gonna go for the Psyshock. Because it hits its physical defense, I'll at least do a bit more damage there. So yeah, we're basically gonna do that. He'll probably get some damage off, and then I'm gonna go for U-turn actually. Because he has nothing, well, you can't really block U-turn unless you have Protect or something crazy like that. See, that does nothing, see? It's just whatever to me. Now, I'm going to go right for U-turn right here, because if he wants to switch, I am going to get the switch advantage, because he has to switch or it's going to die. So, yeah, it's basically, that's the story of life or something. You know, I would love to get Stub Rock up at some point, but you can't always have what you want, and I guess Gallade might be my... I don't know, even if he gets burned, it's okay, because unless I'm... Yeah, he's not going to hit too much on his team for massive damage, but he'll do enough. He'll cripple the... Like, he'll do enough damage to where Rotom's basically weakened, or whatever, but I just flat out kill it, so I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. Anyways, there's Talonflame. Now, I'm going to go right... Actually, I want to get up Rocks, to be completely honest with you, and I don't particularly... Yeah, I do want to get Rocks, and I think Rhyperior is probably my safest switch into this thing, because even if he U-turns, it's not going to do that much damage. Ooh, he's always a possible SD set, because he has lefties. It might be like a bulk up set. Yeah, and I'm going right for the Stealth Rock. He could go into Venusaur, but yeah, or Trevenant, that works too. And I basically need Stealth Rock up. This thing could cause me some trouble. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll go to... Oh wait, this thing has Natural Cure, that's right. I don't know what I was thinking. Because I T-Waved and it got healed off, so... what do I want to do? This could be kind of tricky. I guess Gallade's my... I'll go into him for Death Fodder. Kind of. He'll kind of be Death Fodder. At the same time, he'll do some damage. Ice Punch, go. Nice. Nice damage. Good. That is exactly why Gallade did his job. Now this thing is crippled to the point where he's basically... Yeah, this thing's basically dead now. And yeah, that's basically how it is. So I'm going to go right for... I don't want to go for Pursuit just because if I lock myself into Pursuit, freaking Klefki will come in. Rotom is my best switch in at this point, because if the matchup looks bad, I'll just switch back out. Team's kind of weird, but hey, it does what it needs to. And yes, it's kind of standard, but at the same time, I'm taking advantage of the niches that my other mons carry for the team. So simply put, like, Meloetta is basically just there to annoy the living crap out of things, and T-waving things that, you know, that, like, basically you annoy stuff, you perish song things. Heck, this might be its own, you know, its own highlight of the video or something crazy like that. I don't know. And I'm gonna go right for the Psyshock and kill this thing. Even if he wants to switch to Klefki, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna like taking that too well, especially since Psyshock hits the other stat, basically. I'm gonna go right for Parasong. I do not care about T-Wave, because I have a way to heal that status off, so yeah, that doesn't matter to me. Because it's gonna have to switch, or die. So yeah, basically, that's what this set's meant to do. It's meant to deal with stuff like Klefki, Keldeo, well, in a way it does, but against like a really offensive set with like choice specs, it might do a lot of damage. And especially because Secret Sword hits the physical defensive stat and not the special defensive stat. Which, I mean, you could argue that, well, why not max out on the physical defense? This is meant to take on special attacks and threaten them out with T-Wave or Parasong. Parasong will hit the switch in and yada yada yada. Basically, that's what it does. And yeah, Meloetta is just taking hits, and she is not getting paralyzed this whole time. And yeah. Now, I'm going to go right for... Actually... I'm not making that. I'm not gonna risk the Parahax because I need her, or do I need her? Do I need her? I could, you know, I could go into. I think. What do I want to do? I think I'll go into my. Yeah, I think I'll just let her. Shit, I don't know what I want to do. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for the U-turn. I'm just gonna risk it. Yeah, I risked it. Meloetta did her job. So yeah, great job. And going into Rotom. Not sure what set this is, but we'll find out, won't we? Because if it's like a Dragon Dance set, well, it could be some trouble. Ooh, Drake will miss. So it might be a Mixments. And yeah, that's basically how it works. I'm gonna go for rest, just on the off chance I live, and I don't. Let's go, Navi. Let's do something with this. So yeah, this is actually a very good battle. And you know, OU can have some really intensive battles. That is something that you can't dismiss about OU. You can get some really intense battles. In UU, it might not be as intensive all the time, but here you got a lot of threats, and you got a lot of good mons to check stuff, and all that other junk. So yeah, that does a lot of damage. It's doing a lot more than, you know, it could basically. I'm gonna go for Wish here, actually. Oh my god, yeah, especially because of that crit right there. Thank God I went for that. On the off chance I don't want to take the chance. I really don't want to take a chance, so I'm just gonna go for the Wish Protect combo. And yeah, this thing's basically dead now, and I'm gonna go right for the Moonblast in case he wants to roost and predicting me to go for Protect again. Which, you know, it's not a bad play per se, but it is what it is, my friend. I'm gonna go right for Protect just to scout. Hey, wait, you know what? Yeah, why would I risk it? I'm just gonna go into freaking Rhyperior. Yeah, this thing would have been trouble if this thing has like Will-O-Wisp. I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, because you could technically use Will-O-Wisp on a bulky variant, especially because, oh, I don't know, you could predict switch-ins to things like Rhyperior and cripple them all together. Although Rhyperior could still hit kind of decent even with a burn because of his base stats. So yeah, that's battle number 1. That was a very intensive battle. And yeah, that was intensive. I guess I'll get one more game because this actually took up like quite a bit of time. But hey, the battles were pretty intensive. There were good predictions, surprisingly enough. But yeah, I'll get another battle. So see you guys then. Battle number 2. This thing could give me some trouble if I'm not careful. And he's got a Rotom Heat instead of a Rotom Wash. I gotta give some props to him for that one. Leads. I want to get up Stealth Rock immediately. So, although Glades is, yeah, Rhyperior's kind of safe, I need to get Stealth Rock up. Like, that's my main priority because Cloyster is a thing. And if I can force it out, it'll definitely help. And I need my, wow, Hidden Power Ice, maybe? I don't know what hidden power that is, to be completely honest with you. But I needed to get rocks up, so that I'm willing to take that damage. Because I really need to get... Yeah, Sylveon can take it very well. And actually, I'm going to go right for... I guess I'll go for Wish. I mean, I don't see why not. And then I'll switch into Rhyperior depending on the matchup. Alright, so he's going to go into this. Then I'm going to go to Gallade. I think that's what I'll do. Gallade can basically come in for free on this thing, barring a Sleep Powder. I haven't seen too many with Sleep Powder, but this one does. Alright, at least I know it has Sleep Powder. And Gallade, I guess Gallade's probably the best thing to have a sleep, and not like my Sylveon. And I can wake him up if I need to with Sylveon anyways. So yeah, we're going to go into Meloetta, because now Meloetta's not going to be going to sleep. So yeah, we're going to go right for the T-Wave. I mean, if he wants to go into Rotom, that's fine. Like, I really don't care. Rotom is the only thing that could take a T-Wave. And he does go into it. Clever you. It doesn't matter though. And this thing is bulky too, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna write for Perishment. Because yeah, and I don't care about T-Wave because this thing's, I'm not running speed investment. That, and I have a Cleric on the team. So basically, it doesn't matter. And I will U-turn at any given point in the game. And that did nothing, basically. So, yeah, basically. I'm gonna go I'm actually gonna go for the U-turn now. I think he'll switch right here. And plus, I'll be going last this turn. So either way, I'm gonna get some initiative. See, that didn't do anything. That did nothing, basically. I'm gonna go to Rotom right now. Rotom is my best switch. And I'll heal up my Meloetta later. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to do that. Against that Salamence, I can, because Salamence can't do much if it's just a weird special attacking variant. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically what we're doing. And I am, yep. I knew he was gonna do this. Or actually, I didn't, but just on the off chance he did, I am going for... Actually, I'm gonna go for... Do I want to go for Will-O-Wisp? Actually, no, because he has 3 things to take it. I'm going for Volt Switch here. Because, I mean, if this thing wants to go for Rock Blast, then cool, I don't care. And he's dead, basically. That threat is gone. I am so happy to kill that thing, because that thing would have really threatened me. I guess I'll go into Rhyperior now. I know he'll probably go into Venusaur, but it's like, I don't care that much. If he goes into Venusaur, then that's okay. Yeah, like, that's fine, because, basically, I basically need to get the Heal Bell off. So, I am going to go into Navi to... I can heal the status. Yeah, I'll heal the status, but then something else is gonna have to something's gonna have to go to sleep. And I would rather... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for Wish. Actually... Yeah, Heal Bell is preferred. I'll go for Heal Bell. And I guess that's kind of good I went for that anyways. Ironically, if I had a Rosary... Well, Rosary wouldn't do that much against it, but... You get the idea. I'm going back into Gallade. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Gallade. Like, I need to get that, Nothing's gonna want to switch into Cycle Cut, so I'm going right for Cycle Cut. Nothing's gonna want to switch into this. He can go into Salamence, but it's like, will he risk it? Is he going to risk going into Salamence on an Ice Punch? Because Ice Punch will annihilate that thing. No problem. So yeah. Basically, he's going to have to decide what's taking a chunk. Especially since rocks are up. Yeah, basically. And actually, speaking of Charizard, I'm thinking that's the Mega Charizard Y. Mega Charizard Y sets up Sun. And bam. Venusaur gone. Now he's got a whole bunch of fire types. And I guess Scizor's not going to be particularly useful in this battle, because he's got a shit ton of fire types. And, you know, Golay can still do something, if he needs to anyways. I do want to go into Rhyperior, but at the same time, I want him to be as high of high amount of HP as possible. So I think what I'll do, I'll go into Blister as fodder. Gallade might still be able to hit something else. Yeah, see, now he basically has to... let's see. Now, basically, he'll either switch out or die. Either way, I'm okay with this. Yeah, basically, he'll have to switch out or die. So, and Rotom's not going to take all that much damage anyways, so I'm going to go right for the Bull Switch. Or he can go for Roost. Okay, he's back to where he was. That's kind of funny, actually. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, Stone Edge, go. He can Roost all he likes, but Stone Edge is going to kill this thing. And if he switches out, well, he'll die to Stealth Rock. So yeah, these are some pretty intensive battles, definitely. And I guess that's the good thing about OU. When you're not bringing like everything that's like top 6, you know, Rotom, Genesect, Talonflame, Aegislash, etc. And when you mix it up with a couple other things, yeah, you can have some pretty interesting games. And you know, it's just a thing that exists. And my Cleric is weakened to 40%. So I gotta be careful from here on out. There's Charizard. Alright. I gotta be careful. I do not want to switch out right now. I do want to... Actually, you know what? I will switch out. I'll go to Gallade for fodder. This is why I saved him for fodder. Because Rhyperior could possibly come in later on. I would rather just... Yeah, I would rather just not get hit with that, basically. And I'm going to go right into Rotom. I know I could take a hit and go for Bull Switch. It should kill this thing. And you know what the ironic thing is? Scizor might have actually been somewhat useful. To, like, here's why I say that. I say that because if I had Scizor left, I would have went for Bullet Punch right there. And then that would have been the end of that. But being the bright, brilliant person I was, I let him die right away. And actually, this thing is a threat, definitely. I'm going to go for Protect just to get a bit more health. I guess I'm stalling out the sand. Not the sand. The sun. Wow. Why am I confusing sand with sun? Like, am I really having that kind of problem now? Like, please don't let that be a problem. Yeah, I'm going for Protect. I'm basically stalling out sun. Basically, that's what I'm doing. And, you know, let's see. If I can stall out the sun, if I can stall out the sun long enough, Solar Beam, like he'll have, like basically what I want to do is I want to stall it long enough to where basically he'll have to, like if he wants to go for the freaking Solar Beam, he's gonna have to wait one turn. Basically, one turn. And actually, that's why I'm going to go for Protect again, because he can't switch, because if he does switch, he's going to die. And the more HP my Sylveon has left, the better off I'm going to be in the long run. So yeah, there's the Overheat. And the sun's gone. Awesome. Now I'll go for Wish. Then I could go into Meloetta potentially. Even if Sylveon dies here, I do want to get her up in the HP. I do want to get her up in HP. And dang, that did nothing now. Oh my god. Actually, you know what? because the fact that now it's weakened, he'll have to switch, or he's just gonna stay in and, you know, not do anything. Yeah, I'm just torturing a poor Charizard. Poor Charizard. And see, that's where the Solar Beam thing comes in handy. And I guess he went for Solar Beam, predicting me to go into the Rhyperior. Very interesting play, because I would have went in the Rhyperior if he didn't do that. So, good play there. Even though it looked odd, I think that's what he was going for. Meloetta, you're up. Woohoo! The burn is real! The burn is real in this one. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna go for T-Wave. Why? Just to get more. Ooh. Protect. So, Heat Wave, Overheat, Solar Beam, and Protect. Protect him while he transforms. Actually, you know what? I'm going for Psyshock. If he wants to go into this thing, yeah. If he wants to go into this thing, yeah, he's not going to like that. He's not going to like it very much, you know. But yeah, go Meloetta. She is the MVP. Well, besides, you know, Sylveon for stalling out the sun in this battle. But yeah, I suppose you could say that this is kind of the highlight of the team, basically. And yeah, Intimidate. Big whoop. Anyways, I'm going to go right for T-Wave now. And hopefully I can live a hit and then retaliate with T-Wave. Because, you know. Actually, I could have gone for the... yeah, I'm going to go for T-Wave. If I live, I'm going for Parasong. Yeah, that didn't do anything. That did nothing, basically. I'm going for Parasong. I'm putting him in a situation where basically he's going to have to... Sylveon basically has a field day now. So let's go into Sylveon. You guys kind of see what I'm doing here, right? Even though the team looks kind of weird, this is kind of what we're doing. It's not perfect, but hey, I'm having fun with it. And I'm using monz that I like, so it makes it even better. I'm using sets that work for me, even if the team composition doesn't look that good. I'm using what works for me and my playstyle. And yeah, using Gallade is still a viable option because of his coverage overall. Yeah, I don't care if he switches now. See, that doesn't even matter. See? Because of the fact that if you switch, Charizard dies. Now this thing is basically going to die now because of the added damage from Stealth Rock. So, yeah. This was pretty long. This is like 14 minutes long, basically. It's about to hit 14 minutes. But you know what? It's a good way to end off the video. So, yeah, basically. Yeah. I do hope that I made this OU session a bit fun. I know it's kind of like, you know, there's like standard stuff, but hey, it doesn't always have to be super duper 6 OU Pokemon. You can use other stuff too, as long as you know what you're doing with them and stuff like that, and you have a general idea on what niches your Pokemon, fill on a team. Meloetta, her purpose is to Perish Song those setup sweepers that could really give me trouble. Specific ones like Keldeo, etc. You know, I have a Wish Passer, Rotom's for scouting and taking physical hits from Talonflame. Scissor's also for scouting. Rhyperior sets up rocks. Gallade is all out attacking, and he can be a lead all at once. So, yeah. The team is interesting, and, you know, more adventures to come with it probably. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and Lead Speed signing out. Peace. You know, something I'm kind of curious if they'll do anything about, but you know, like the new sprites, you know, these sprites right here, in the X and Y, they actually have updated Pokemon sprites for like the Pokemon menu. Yeah, they actually have updated sprites. I wonder if Showdown would update those. I mean, they don't have to, but it'd be kind of cool seeing like the new Rhyperior sprite or the new Rotom mini sprite or whatever. But, you know, just a little thing I thought about. So, yeah. Peace out, guys.